Welcome back to the program. I'm sure you enjoyed listening to our beautiful Cynthia Clark. I wish you could see how beautiful she looks.
They can go see her on YouTube.
But you can just
on
go.
Saturday.
You can just go and Google and see for yourself. I'm scared because I'm in the studio with an Hijacker. I'm sure if you have seen Hijack 93, you will not be comfortable sitting with the person I'm sitting with this afternoon. I'm with Nnmadi Agbo.
Yes, sir.
It is easy to make a movie in Nigeria and just act a lover boy, but it's difficult to actually do what they did, and not only did they do it, they did it very convincingly. Right. Thanks to Rogers, Ofime and Robert Peters, Nigeria's first real Hijack movie was made, and it was about not about an historical movie of the event that happened after June 12th election. I'll start my question this way. Right. Before you were approached for the movie, did you know about that incident?
Okay, first of all, I think I would like to say I came across it through a friend while I was in school. Because I had performed something, because I studied theater, so I had finished performing in school, and a friend of mine said, you boys remind me of some boys that hijacked a plane. I mean, I thought it was fiction, of course. Nigerians, we know ourselves. And then he just showed me a piece of it on the internet, and then I did not still believe it. I was like, I beg. It was after I was actually playing Network and Native Media announced it that I saw, oh wait, this is actually a true
life experience.
Yes, it is, and it was really, really excited to be a part of it.
Okay, how did you get that role?
Also, so they called up for auditions through their app, I think the Play app or something, and I sent him my audition. And then I took my mind off it because we had done the audition 2022. Right, and then we had not gotten any news for like 3 months. So in my mind, I'm like, normal way, make we move on. But then I think after like 3-4 months, I got a call from Roger Sofime. Oh, hi, Nnmadi Agbo, would like you to do so and so. This is your callback. So I got the script and I did the callback again, and I didn't hear from him again. So it was more like, what's going on? And after like few weeks, he called me and said, oh, congratulations, you're now part of the Hijack as the boys. Welcome to Hijack 93. And I was very excited. I was like, yes, finally.
So,
okay. I'm sorry because we'll be switching.
No problem.
Because your career trajectory has shown that you're destined for greatness.
Thank you very much.
I don't know why I'm saying that, but what I've seen about the works you've done shows that if you're doing Hijack in 93 in 2024, and you have done Badamasi
in 2020.
So it means that there's something
going on.
The universe is just planning for you. So for me, going from Badamasi to Hijack, what was the transition like for you?
So I like to say this is I always call it, like what you just said, I always call it a full circle moment. Right? So I always told myself, when my friend told me that in school about the Hijack thing, I said, I'm going to make this movie. I kept it to myself. Okay. I said I was not going to tell anybody about it. I'm not going to inform anybody. So when I got the role to play Mohammed Babangida in Badamasi, my mind had not still gotten the idea that this hijacking happened during Babangida's time.
Exactly.
Yes, my mind had not gotten. I was just, let me just do Babangida's story and let's just finish it. It was after I got hijacked that I now read the news that, oh wait, this was in connection with Babangida. So I started laughing, and then I said, this is going to be a full circle moment. So there was something I did. I called a friend of mine and I told him, you know what, the part I acted in Babangida, please piece it together. Then I'm also going to piece Hijack together and join it and send it out. So we're working on that until we're like, okay, don't worry, people who have watched it, let's just move on like that. And it has been phenomenal. It has been a full circle moment, and like you said, I agree with you. There's something that probably God is dropping that I have not understood yet, but I think there's something coming up.
So what was it like for you playing the role? I mean, retired General Ibrahim Badamasi Babangida is no small name, across the world, right, as well as in Nigeria, as well as the history of Nigeria. You having to play a younger,
I play his son
rather.
Yes.
What does that? How were you able, to come into that terms? We play first. You're Igbo.
Yeah.
Now you're playing an Hausa man. And the essence of film is to make me believe.
Right.
How were you able to?
First things first, you need to understand that as an actor, and I think being an actor is the only time you're allowed to play or to have different lives, right? So there is no limit to what you can do and what you cannot do. So while working on that project, I mean, I had conversations with the director a lot. I have not seen the man, right? And he only just showed me a video of him speaking. So I sat down and said, okay, now from the way this guy talks, let me bring that out. From the words he says and the way he calculates his words, that means he must be an intellectual. So let me bring that out. And then we started working. I was working alongside the director. We're having conversations about the whole thing. But then the director reminded me and told me that, no, you're not playing the older Mohammed Babangida. You're playing the younger version. And I was like, interesting. So I decided to do something. I decided to tell myself, how old is this young man? He's just, I think, 16, 17.
At that time.
Yes.
Yeah.
So the best thing I had to do was I had to start recollecting how my younger brother used to behave. And then I had to attach it to the character build. And by the time I was done, even Mohammed Babangida was impressed. I was really shocked. And then, because I had to get his accent, the way he speaks, I had to add that in. And then he was really impressed. He was like, well done. You really got me. Just that we don't look different.
That leads me to my next question. I was going to ask, I mean, after the whole performance and the whole thing went on the streaming platform, has there been a meeting with Mohammed Babangida? What does he have to say about?
So basically, it was more like this thing I just said now was what the director told me after Babangida's son watched it.
Okay.
Like he said, oh, this guy really is just that we don't look alike, right?
Okay.
But he really was able to pick out things of me that he could see that he does.
Relate with
Yeah, so I was really, really impressed. I felt like I had done the job well done. That's it for me.
Okay, now let's go. Let's leave Obiemeleoye's Babangida for Badamosi for a while.
Right.
And now talk about Hijack 93.
So it's Hijack.
Hijack 93. Yeah. From what I heard, it was shot in Kano.
Yes.
How long did you guys shoot?
I think we shot for a month and 1 week. Yes, a month and 1 week.
Okay. So how long did it take you guys to shoot inside the plane scene?
It was the entire 1 month, 1 week. We're in there every single day.
Oh wow, that's tough.
It was tough for a plane that is not moving. So plus the weather in Kano was not helping at all. It was really hot and we're in there every single day, carrying guns and going up and down and shouting and screaming. It was really an interesting episode actually.
Okay. You've seen reactions to the movie.
Right.
How does that make you feel?
As a person, I believe that everything has its good and its bad aspects, right? There are always advantages and disadvantages. If you need to know something, one thing is for sure, not everybody is going to like you, no matter how good you are.
Sure.
I believe that even God is not liked by everybody, right? So one thing I always say is that, for you to tell me this is good, for you to tell me this is bad, that means you must have your reasons. And if the reaction of the audience is mixed, I always feel like, yes, okay, that means we've done something. We've made an effort. We've done something. And the fact that it not just in Nigeria, we've gotten praises from abroad also. And I'm really excited because most people didn't really insult or really banish everything. They were just telling us, oh, these were the parts you didn't get, but this part I like, this part. So I felt like, okay, we got some things right, then we did get some things right, so we have to learn from that and move forward. And that's it for me. Effort is all that counts.
How rewarding was it for you financially?
I cannot match that. No, I cannot see that.
Even if you're not telling me the exact sum, I mean, how rewarding was it?
It was.
From what you have done previously.
So there was, of course, every time you do every work, as you're going higher, your fee keeps going higher and higher. And of course, you need to understand that irrespective of how big you're growing, there is a certain limit to which you can expand your fee and stuff. So I would like to say, yeah, it was all right.
Okay. The long wait for it to be released.
Yeah.
Did it make you feel somehow? How many years after it was shot?
Just a year.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, just a year. It was. I was itching to watch it. I was itching to see the final output. I was really happy. But one thing that kept me busy was I had other jobs. Okay. So that took my mind off it for a while. But every time I was on another job, somebody would say, "Oh, we heard that you were in Hijack. How far?" And then that would bring it back the vibe for me to want to watch it again.
But you can't speak about it.
Yeah, you can't speak about it. You're just like, don't worry, you will see. Right. So that was it for me.
As after the release, has he made directors to producers to call you more?
Yes, it has. I was able to meet lots of. In fact, I'm really excited because everywhere I go, even in church, some producers are in the media to be like, "Hey, is you that did Hijack? Oh, we'll have something we want you to do for us later." so it has really been an interesting episode. Everywhere I go now, or for festivals, for events, you see producers saying, "Oh, you're the one that did that Hijack, Abi." Yeah, and then you're like, "Oh, let's exchange contacts and stuff." We exchange contacts and they say, "We'll keep in touch," and that has been it for me.
Okay. Now, I'm sure that before you went on set, Robert would have asked you guys to make a bit of research about the old episode of the June 12, right, because I'm sure you were still very young around that June 12. So you had to make a lot of research about it.
Yes.
Now, that means you read a lot about MK Abiola, everything that happened that made them to annul the election, yes, how the military rule was. Now that we are in democracy, yeah, do you think that it's a victory attained with all that Nigerians went through at that
time? I would like to say it's still in the process. For me, the event that happened then is a spark to awaken the consciousness of what we are currently going through, right? For me, the event actually has announced itself and told Nigeria that what we are fighting for is a just cause. And apparently, after the years of military rule, 1999, we got democracy, which is one out of the million that normal or everyday Nigerians are fighting for. So I would like to say it has sparked something, and I'm happy that people are able to see and able to relate. Oh, this was what our people have been fighting for a long time, and we are still in that position. So we are still going to keep pushing for it. I mean, I keep saying a just cause will never end. Nothing can ever be attained. You just have to keep getting higher and better at it, right?
So most times, away a little bit from Hijack,
yeah,
93, I'm always particular because it gives me an idea of who the actor is,
right,
or what goes on in the mind of the actor.
Yeah.
What determines the script you accept and the script you reject, knowing fully well that give or take, you're relatively still young on the job.
Yes.
So what determines script? Or have you even rejected any script at any point?
You know, put me in trouble. Apparently, I am a person who does not like to lie to himself. Okay. Right? I've always told myself that there are stories I would like to tell. And for somebody like me, I like authentic African stories because I do believe that most Nigerians do not even know where they are coming from. Our identity is somehow lost because from school, you find out that history was not being taught. So we don't even know who we are. So for somebody like me who does research on Africa or Nigeria as a whole, it's really interesting. If I say something now, I'm not even sure you might even know it. Like, some people just recently found out about the old writing, the Igbo writing called Nnmadi.
Yeah, I know about Nnmadi.
The Yorubas do not know that they actually have one.
The Yorubas know. Maybe not.
Not all, yes. Yeah. And it's really interesting because from there I kind of like know the kind of path I'm carving for myself. I'm not to discredit anybody, but I believe that anybody can play lover boy. True. Anybody can be an armed robber. Anybody. But when it comes to embodying and telling the African story, we find difficulties in it because we really don't know about it. So for me, I want to tell stories like that. I want to be involved in stories like that. Those are the kind of stories I like to. Those are things that dictate my my choosing the script. Yeah, I'm not saying I used to collect the other ones because sometimes you're going to need money. You're going to need money, right?
So how's it been with the females? I mean, you're fast on the rise. You've played Mohammed Babangida. You've also played the bad boy in Hijack.
Yeah.
And I mean, we don't know all the projects that are in the pipeline.
Yeah.
You know, and the females will come flocking. And it's true, we just have to discuss about it.
I'm not going to disagree with you. Everything comes with it's the whole thing. You know, everything comes with the whole thing. You know, I like to say it is when you receive your package, right? There are things inside the package, and everything is a part of it. But one thing is for sure, you need to understand that irrespective of the goodies or the fame you are receiving now, your head still has to be on the ground. You still need to focus, because I don't even think I've started. I just think I have been given a platform, and this is just the beginning. So my goal in life is to impact positively, and that means I have lots of work to do. So for me, the female will be the females.
Sorry, this is the final question for me, because I know we are losing time.
Yeah.
Would you see yourself as an actor till the end, or probably still there into directing or producing at some point?
I would like to say I would go into directing and producing at some point, but the acting part of me will never ever fade. I will continue being that. I will continue being that. Yes.
Okay. Now, as we're going towards the end,
yes, sir,
I'd like to ask you, was Nollywood always going to be where you were heading to? And if yes, which older actor did you always look forward and adore? And then, have you had any reason to work with that actor or meet the actor? How does it feel? Because I remember when I was in school, I used to buy all these movies.
Yes.
I used to every week buy Fame magazine. I never knew I was going to go and work in Fame magazine
at some point.
I used to use my allowance every Tuesday then to buy
Fame magazine.
And then I used to love Fred Amata.
Yes.
I used to love RMD and the rest of them. But today, so how did you have that kind of
move? Okay, so I've always wanted to be an actor, and I'm happy that my parents allowed me. From 5 years old, that's what I told them I wanted to be. In as much as my dad was really like, but then I always got into that. And I'll tell you a very short story. So I came into acting. I loved acting because I saw, shout out to Ramsey Noah, I saw him kissing on stage on the film. And the first time I was like, okay, I would like to do this, right? So for me, growing older, I found out that it was more than that, and I have always been one who always wanted to be on TV, right? I've always wanted to be on TV, and luckily for me, or fortunately for me, I followed the right path. And 3 weeks ago, I met Ramsey Noah for the first time. Yes. Oh no, I met him in 2022. I told him something. Okay. I told him, "Hi, my name is Nnmadi Agbo, and I'm the next best thing after Denzel Washington." And I told him, the only difference is that you have not put me in your film. And then he looked at me. He was like, who is this one? And then he left. So we met 2-3 weeks ago, and I reminded him again. And then he was like, hey, the Denzel boy. right? So for me, I still told him, I said, we're going to work soon. And then he was like, okay, sure, no problem. Right? So for me, I'm still waiting to work with him, but I believe it's coming very soon. Very, very soon. Right, yes. Yeah.
So, apart from Ramsey, nobody else?
There are a lot though. There are a lot. I like to call Peter Dochie, Olu Jacobs. Those are our father figures. I've met Olu Jacobs once. I've never met Peter Dochie. Joke Silva, Mommy Joke Silva. Richard Dominic Genevieve or Motola. Who again? There are a lot. In my era, I would like to work with, or in my younger, there are a lot of people I love to work with. I don't just want to say, I just know that, let me just leave it up to God and just say, do your thing, and I'll be good.
We're running out of time, so the last question that I have for you today is this. where do you see yourself in, like, what are your projections in the next 5 years, for example?
In the next 5 years, I believe I will see myself telling the stories I've always wanted to tell, being a part of the authentic African stories, and actually projecting into the world. Because I believe that the world has not seen or understood we Africans, because we've not been able to tell our stories. So they try to tell it for us. So at this point in time, in the next 5 years, I want to be telling them my story, and for them to understand. Probably at the Oscars, we all sit down, and when we win one, we carry it back home and say, this is what we're talking about.
All right, thank you. I like the way you are thinking. That's also my thought, and I think that a lot of Nigerian filmmakers are also thinking that way. That's why we have people doing film on Fumilayo,
Right.
Wole Soyinka. Now more than ever, someone is making a movie on Ojude Oba and the rest of it. So I love that movie that had Alex Okubo and Stan.
Afamefuna. Yeah.
You understand? I always tell people we cannot make the kind of movies that Hollywood
would make.
No matter how well we tell the story, it can never be like them.
Yeah.
True.
Same way they cannot make our movie. I'm waiting for them to make things fall apart better than the way we will have told it.
We are waiting to see it.
I'm waiting
they
to
want
see
to do it.
See, we have given them the right to do it.
Yeah.
So let's see how they will make it.
Yes, sir.
Thank you so much for
Thank you so
coming.
much.
I will wish you all the best all the time, and we know that surely you will come back very soon
True.
to when you have a bigger project to come and discuss with us.
Yes, sir.
Remember, like we told you, as the year is going to an end, plenty things are happening in Nollywood. Today, Wole Soyinka is going to be premiered
Yeah, at the Ikeja City Mall.
at the Ikeja City Mall. December, get ready. Just keep saving. If you're a Nollywood lover, Return of Jennifer is returning.
Right.
Alakada,
Everybody loves Jennifer.
everybody loves Jennifer is coming.
Yeah.
Alakada, Madam Buji is
Madam Buji
coming.
is
Bad and Bougie
Is
is
coming.
coming.
Yeah.
Thin Line is coming.
Yeah.
AY's Waiter is
Waiter is
coming.
coming.
You understand? So it's a good
back.
time
You
to
have
be
Basket Mouth.
basketball.
Basket Mouth, Get a Love Story already in theaters.
Yeah.
Oh, it's already in the cinema.
This
Yeah.
Friday.
Oh, okay. So get ready.
Yeah.
If you love Nollywood, to have a dirty
And
Nollywood
interesting.
Christmas.
It's going to be vacation.
You understand?
It's going to be vacation, so you have
And
everything to do.
Even on streaming network, Seven
Doors.
Doors is going to open by Femi Adebayo. And on Amazon, Jade Oshiberu is coming with Dirty December.
True.
So it's a good time to be alive, and Nollywood is becoming bigger and bigger.
Yeah.
Thank you for listening.
Thank you.
Next week we shall be back with other quality guests. Keep watching Nollywood.
I'm coming with my Bon Award. I'm coming for it.
We look forward to seeing you upon our
Bon
next
Award.
year.
No problem, sir. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
All right.